Hello, beautiful people. So, in today's video, I'm talking about recommendation letter, why it is very important for you to meet with your recommenders, how to select recommenders, and I'll be showing you samples of the kind of information that schools request from your recommenders. So let's get right into the video. So recommendation letter, to me, I would say that it's like an overview, like a review of who you are from somebody that knows you. So this means that like it's an assessment of your qualification, your skills, your competencies, your ability, strengths, and your character traits with examples. Because when they write your recommendation letter, they try to give examples of how they have worked with you in different capacities and the kind of attitude you showed during that time. So and that's what like recommendation letter contains, them or endorsing you that, oh, I really know this person and I feel that this person would be a great match or a great fit for this opportunity. And you having somebody write that for you, you would want to pick someone that knows you well, someone that know you well. So something that I advise is you actually reach out to maybe your professors that your professors that might have taught you during your undergrad or your masters if you're applying for PhD. I feel that you must have had like encounters with them before and you could use your course advisor, your project supervisors you get. So those people have worked with you and they know the kind of person you are and they know your own academic standing. And if because like I know that like some schools request for recommenders in academia and non academia. So like you might want to like use your current supervisor, someone that likes you, yeah, your current supervisor or your previous supervisors, like your employers or your managers, or even your colleagues. You get like you can use like any of those people that you know that you've worked with and they've seen the result of the work that you do and they can like vow for you that, oh, this person is actually like a great fit for this. So another thing that I used to like tell people is that when you are trying to when you like you've selected your recommenders, try to have meetings with them like either or twice, like either once or twice, because like during my own time I did that and it was helpful. So let me just like share like a little story as regards that. So what I meant is that like when I was applying to Miami University, I required to submit four recommendation letters, and I reached out to my professors because uh, my school specifically like stated that they want recommenders, but you can use your employer. So I just like lean towards using people in academia because I feel that my course is related to higher education. So I reached out to them and we kind of like on schedule meeting and I went with the school with my school list. I went with my SOP and my resume. They were willing to proofread my SOP and my resume first, even before or like saying yes to being my recommender. Yeah, it's that funny. So they read it and they were kind of like impressed and they just like made few corrections and I feel that they were involved, like that process like made them to be involved in my study abroad journey and that actually like reflected when they were writing the letter of recommendation because they felt that they've read my SOPs, they've seen my resume, so like they can speak confidently of my abilities, of my skills, even outside of academia. So like they know like what I've achieved so far, they know like where I've worked and what I'm currently doing, and they kind of like tied everything together to suit the school's mission statement because we kind of like review the school mission statement, the program mission statement, and what the program is like looking for. They ensure that the story was actually like leaning towards that I am a good fit for this program. and I'll be a great addition as well. So that's why meeting with your perspective, meeting with your recommenders is actually something that I encourage people to do, because like it's kind of like give them more insight into what they should write. So let me quickly show you samples of what information that schools ask about you from your recommenders in case you're curious. And I'll also be covering questions like on how can I remove recommenders. I've emailed him constantly and he's not responding. I want to move on to another person. Or on how can I add a new recommender now that I've found someone that is willing to write a recommendation letter for me, and other questions that comes to mind when doing this video. So let me show you the samples first. So this is a sample of a recommendation form that schools send to your recommenders. Note that the form varies by schools, by programs, because different schools have ways of doing their assessments. So let's just take this as a sample and not like the real one. So this is what they ask, just like school, and this is the essay part. The essay parts, these are what they want to see in your letter or recommendation. Description of significant actions, your results, your accomplishments, character, personal qualities, scholarly achievement, your ability to organize, express ideas, intellectual independence, like potential for teaching. This is very important because the funding source, like one of them is teaching or assistantship. So if you are going to be teaching, at least your recommender should be able to like touch on if you have that potential or not. So this is an example, and the other one that I have here, you can hear another sample. This is for one of the scholarships. So this is another one. So here they give them prompts to write. Please explain how interact with the applicants. We seek visionary thinkers. Like different questions, different prompts, and they're expected to answer those questions. So this is what like it looks like for those that are curious. So let me just go to the next one that I have. So the next question that I have to answer is how many recommendation letters are required. Some schools require 2, 3, 4. I think the maximum that schools might require from you is 4, and the minimum is 2. While some schools like do not even require recommendation letters at all. And another question is, can I add a recommender after I submit my application? Sure, you can. Or you can delete a recommender as well. Probably you've been trying to contact a recommender and the person is not just responding due to unforeseen circumstances. So you can exclude them from the application portal. You can exclude them and you can add another person, and you can add another person. So it's very possible to do that. So the next question is there a deadline for letters of recommendation? Truthfully, there is no specific deadline for letters of recommendation, and your recommenders can upload the letter even after the close of the application. But it is always advisable that they upload it early, because once the application closes, the admission committee would begin to review application, and if your recommendation letter is not in yet, it might affect your evaluation during that process. It might affect it even if you're a good candidate and your recommendation letter is not in, and they have others that are in, and they're also like great candidates. Like limit um it might limit your chances in a certain way. Please, I would advise that you give your recommenders like an early deadline. If your deadline is 30th, just give them 15, like 15th of the month. I say, oh, it's going to end this 15th, so try to turn it in on the 15th. so that you can have it at least like 2 weeks before the deadline, and you know that your mind is set to that your recommendation letter has been sent. So thank you all. See you in my next video.